Hey, what's up? My name is Jonathan Fink. This is my free audiobook series on YouTube. Up next, we have The Pokemon Gods Are Real, Volume 1, Chapter 3, The Religion of Pokemon. Every great movement in human history eventually becomes something more than its original form. What begins as entertainment becomes tradition. What begins as pastime becomes identity. And what begins as a simple game, if powerful enough, takes on the unmistakable structure of religion. Pokemon followed this ancient pattern with remarkable precision. Long before scholars, journalists, or market analysts tried to explain its success, the faithful already understood something deeper was happening. Pokemon was not merely being played, it was being lived. Its symbols carried emotional weight. Its rituals shaped behavior. Its stories forged belonging. Without ever declaring itself as such, Pokemon quietly evolved into a religion of cardboard, imagination, and belief. Ancient civilizations carved their gods into stone. Modern religions printed theirs onto sacred pages. Pokemon chose a different medium: ink, foil, and paper. Its scriptures were not bound in leather, but sleeved in plastic. Its icons were not painted onto cathedral ceilings, but illustrated on trading cards. Each Pokemon, each design, each shimmering hollow became more than artwork. They became objects of reverence, tangible representations of a shared mythology recognized instantly across continents and cultures. A Charizard was never just a character. It was an archetype. Like some religions, Pokemon does not gather in traditional houses of worship. There are no marble temples or stained glass sanctuaries dedicated exclusively to its practice. Yet, its sacred spaces are everywhere. Card shops hum with the energy of congregations. Convention halls swell with pilgrimages. Kitchen tables, bedroom floors, and school cafeterias become temporary shrines where rituals unfold with surprising earnestness. The setting is ordinary, the experience is not. A pack is opened, a card is revealed, the room reacts. In that moment, disbelief, joy, envy, and awe merge into something that feels strangely ceremonial. The emotions are real, shared, and deeply understood by participants. Outsiders may see only cardboard. Believers witness revelation. The religion of Pokemon is sustained by ritual as much as relic. Every collector knows the choreography, the careful selection of packs, the deliberate tearing of plastic, the slow reveal of cards. These actions are not mandated by rulebooks, yet they are practiced with remarkable consistency by millions of devotees. Ritual creates meaning. Meaning creates attachment. Attachment creates faith. Pokemon also possesses what all enduring religions require: multiple paths to devotion. There is no single way to believe. Some followers collect, organizing binders with archival precision, preserving sealed product like untouched scripture, enshrining graded slabs like canonized relics. Others express faith through competition, treating tournaments as sacred contests where preparation, discipline, and destiny collide. Neither path invalidates the other. Both are forms of worship. The collectors pursue preservation, permanence, and beauty. The players chase mastery, strategy, and victory. The investors seek patterns, value, and opportunity. Each group speaks a slightly different dialect of the same spiritual language, united by shared symbols and experiences, even when their motivations diverge. This diversity is not a weakness of the faith, it is evidence of its vitality. Religions survive not by rigidity, but by adaptability. Pokemon structure allows individuals to project their own desires, identities, and aspirations onto the same framework. To one person, a card is memory. To another, competition. To another, capital. Yet, the emotional intensity remains remarkably similar across roles, because beneath all variations lies belief. Belief is the true engine of the Pokemon religion. Belief that the next pack might contain something extraordinary. Belief that rarity carries meaning beyond probability. Belief that objects printed in factories can somehow feel personal, fated, or destined. Rationally, these are products of randomness and distribution. Experientially, they feel charged with something more mysterious. Faith rarely depends on logic, it depends on feeling. Over time, every belief system develops its unwritten commandments, and Pokemon is no exception. These rules are never formally issued, yet they are widely understood by the faithful. Respect the pack. Do not mock a loss. Share the joy of a hit. Honor the trade. Keep the faith when the packs go cold. These are not economic principles or gameplay mechanics. They are social ethics, norms that regulate behavior, preserve harmony, and sustain trust within the community. They shape how collectors interact, how players compete, how newcomers are welcomed or corrected. To violate them is not merely rude, it feels like heresy. Community is the invisible cathedral of the Pokemon faith. No religion survives through symbols alone. It requires believers who reinforce meaning through shared stories, shared language, and shared emotional experiences. Pokemon thrives because its followers continually recreate the religion through participation. Every trade is a ritual exchange. Every tournament is a communal drama. Every pack opening is a miniature act of hope. The faith renews itself constantly. And like all religions, Pokemon transcends the individual. No single collector, player, or investor defines its meaning. Generations pass through the hobby, yet the structure remains intact. Children who once traded on playgrounds become adults who return with nostalgia. Adults introduce new children. The cycle repeats with astonishing continuity. Memories proliferate like oral tradition, linking participants across decades. I remember my first holo. I once had that card. You won't believe what I pulled. Testimony sustains belief. Belief sustains religion. This is why Pokemon endures in ways that defy simple market analysis. Profit and speculation play roles, certainly, but they do not fully explain the emotional durability of the phenomenon. Pokemon persists because it satisfies something deeply human, the desire for wonder, for belonging, for moments that feel touched by mystery rather than dictated by certainty. It offers enchantment within ordinary life. A pack purchased at a retail store can still feel like destiny. A trade made across a folding table can still feel momentous. A card discovered in an old binder can still trigger a flood of memory. These are not typical consumer experiences. These are religious ones. The religion of Pokemon survives because it continually produces meaning. Not abstract meaning imposed from above, but personal meaning generated through experience. It is a faith constructed collectively, sustained voluntarily, and reinforced emotionally. No one is forced to believe, yet millions do. Because Pokemon, at its deepest level, is not about the cards. It is about belief itself. And belief, once ignited, is extraordinarily difficult to extinguish. End of Chapter 3. Up next, Chapter 4, The Pokemon Gods. If you've made it this far, I salute you, I thank you. If you really enjoyed this chapter, please leave a like. If you really, really enjoyed it, please subscribe. You guys take care. God bless.